Yo. Looks like a complete night creeper.
My wife, you should see the look she's giving me behind the camera. You have no idea the look she just gave me. This seems like the show for this, so I am wearing the right attire.
I know.
Yes! Oh my gosh.
You don't have your badge. Does that? Oh, okay.
Zartan waiting for an elevator.
Going down.
This is the first time I've ever cosplayed at a convention. I've been doing these for years. I've never thought about dressing up before, so this will be fun. You know what's funny about wearing this? I just feel like I'm about to go wrestle. This feels like it's not too far off from my wrestling attire. So
Going up.
maybe there's a little bit of Spencer Powers going on. Are there any good G.I. Joes in here? Any good ninjas on pink card backs? Because that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. He's doing business. Just gonna stand right here.
Yeah, this way we put. Oh, cool.
Yep,
Nice.
that's me. Cool.
Look at this guy.
Am I the only person in history who's ever dressed up like Ninja Force G.I?
That's gonna be all the craze this day.
That's right.
All the kids will be doing it.
All the kids will be doing it. I'm setting standards over here.
Trend setting.
That's right.
I love it.
trendsetting.
I need to get this outfit.
Yeah, see? You do need to get this outfit. I'll let you know where I got my green pants. So you can get some green pants like me. All right, so I am here at Retro Toy Con in Greenville, South Carolina. And yes, I'm in cosplay. First time I've ever done anything like this. You know what's funny? The Ninja Force Zartan thing was sort of one of those last minute Halloween costumes that I threw together just to go trick-or-treating with my kids. And I thought it was funny and fun just considering everything I've been doing with these toy hunts. And I posted a bunch of pictures of me online on Halloween, and a lot of people started saying, you should wear those to conventions. And so I decided to do it here. But you know what? It was fun. I had a good time doing it. I got a lot of laughs. I took a lot of pictures. Fun. I've never done the dress up thing before, and that was pretty cool. It's nowhere near the level of actual cosplay. I'm always so impressed by actual cosplayers, but this was fun. All right, so we're at Retro Toy Con, and we have one mission, Ninja Force. Let's go find some Ninja Force. Pink cards, neon colors, the best G.I. Joes. Yeah, so I always talk about how this particular convention has a lot of cool options when it comes to toy hunting. The dealers that come to the show always have an amazing selection of vintage goodies, but I am trying to stay focused. Ninja Force is what I'm after, and I'm dressed appropriately, so let's see if we can find some ninjas. Look at how beautiful it is. Look at that neon pink. The peak of G.I. Joe goodness. Right there. Also, best Storm Shadow. I don't care. That is best Storm Shadow costume. And you know it. You know I'm right. So Steen and I are gonna take some time to hit the vendors around the show floor now, do some toy hunting, and I already know where I want to start because I peeked in on preview night and saw a booth that has a whole bunch of loose G.I. Joe figures, and I know there's going to be some stuff here that I want to grab. It's complete and loose, and I already have 2 of them at home, but I might need a 3rd. My wife, you should see the look she's giving me behind the camera. You have no idea the look she just gave me.
She should have dressed up like Savannah.
I told her Scarlet, because she's got the red hair. She should have been Ninja Force Scarlet. I'm dressed like this today. This is what Stina's gonna dress like next time we do this. I'm making her.
Oh, is she now?
Yeah. There's the Ninja Force Ninja Cycle. This one's actually got like the ripcord and everything in there. Mine doesn't have all that stuff. So that's pretty awesome. That's, I like, the box shows Snake Eyes riding this, but I have decided that that is for sure Zartan's bike. Like, so these go together. You gotta have the pair right there. It's awesome. Got some hot pockets down here.
I wish I could remember what the inside of mine looked like as a kid. I just know the outside was the shell and it was green.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, even if I saw it, I don't know if I would actually...
These are nice. These got the figures and stuff. Look at that. That's hard to find these with the figures.
With the figures, yeah.
E-Mans. I guess those are okay. That's a good figure right there. That's a good G.I. Joe figure. This is a good G.I. Joe figure right here. Yeah. Right there, that's a good one. This is a good G.I. Joe figure right here. Also a good one.
What about this one with the red and yellow?
I mean, I like the colors, but he's not a ninja.
Oh, sorry.
So. It's okay, it's okay. Bright colors are still...
It's your guy.
I don't have this one either. I didn't realize he had gotten so expensive. Look at that card back. It's awesome. Want to get a new Sting for Ryder? It's a pretty good Sting.
It's too big though. He's gonna say
it's done in the style of the big rubber guys, like the big rubbery ones.
Yeah.
Whoa, what is this? Oh, I see. They just like put them all in there. That's really cool. They framed up all the...
Check that out. The Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger Happy Meal thing.
Ooh, yeah. Did you see the Lego one right next to it?
Oh no.
McDonald's Lego. That's really sweet. Yeah, what about the Mega Rangers?
Are these the dollar store?
Yeah, these are like
version?
old dollar store. Yeah, but how cool are they? Look at those dragons on their chest. Also, they just got an X on their belt. Part of the X-Men. Action Ninja. I love it. That is so cool. The Dino Riders T-Rex, I think, is so amazing.
I think that's the first time I've seen one that wasn't the Bronchia or...
Yeah, so this is the first time you've seen the T-Rex with all the armor and stuff on it. They're such beautiful toys.
Yeah.
But like, you gotta just put the thing on a shelf and not touch it, because they're kind of fragile at this point. Yeah, but it's so... This Flare, too. Flare and Stinger. Oh, here's a bendy Sting. Somebody must have like
Don't
loved
we have
Sting.
a bendy Sting at home? Like
not the we have this.
But we have another one too. We have two Stings.
Oh, I don't. Maybe. I'm doing my best to stay on target with the Ninja Force stuff for this particular show, but I just keep running into so much cool stuff that I love to collect. For example, the Hasbro WWF is something that I've had a good time just slowly picking up pieces here and there over the course of the last year. I've even been dabbling in the Galoob WCW stuff. And part of that is because my kids have really enjoyed those as well. They've really gotten into playing wrestling figures with me, and those are some of the most fun, I think. So when I see stuff like this, it's always tempting. I'm always looking at them, seeing if there's anything that we don't already have yet at home. But, you know, there's Ninja Turtles, there's Motu, there's so much good stuff here. Yo. Looks like a complete night creeper. I had Alley Viper, this Alley Viper, when I was a kid. I always loved. It's another one with the colors. Look at that bright yellow. So cool. Some pink back here. There's Dice.
don't have dice. Bushido I do have. Scarlet I have.
I don't know where you're gonna find something that's gonna match your outfit for me.
The Mutant Marauder. This is basically the turtle van from the Next Mutation toy line. It's like one of the
Is that
only.
the one with Venus?
Yes, and it's
Oh,
one
yeah,
of the.
she's on
It's
it.
one of the only vans I don't have. One of the only turtle vans that I don't have. Yeah, I need that one. I feel like I see this everywhere.
Don't you have that?
Not this one specifically. I don't. Oh wait. Yes, I do.
I was gonna say,
I
didn't
bought
you
this one.
just
I
get it?
just bought it, not with the backer card. I bought just the
Yeah.
loose
At Kane-
sword
Kane
at
County?
Kane County. Yep, you're right. You're right. Look, you remember my toys better than me. That's why I need you at these things with me, so I don't buy things on accident. All right, so we got to talk about the lobby swap. Now, I've brought this up on past episodes of the show talking about Retro Toy Con, but one of the great things about this convention, it's something pretty unique. I've only seen it at a handful of shows, but when the show floor itself closes, there's a time slot allotted for the lobby swap. And this is where folks, either vendors from the show floor or people who didn't even set up on the show floor, can set up in the hotel lobby and do some more selling. So I always want to hit up the lobby swap just to see what's out there. And there's some really cool things out here tonight. For example, I see a pile of food fighters and barnyard commandos, which is pretty amazing to see. There's a really great selection of Masters of the Universe stuff. A lot of it from the 2000X era, but some really cool stuff to see. And then there's Gumskull. Look, I've actually been following Gumskull Studio over on Instagram. Been really impressed with these amazing custom 5.5 He-Man style figures with really, really cool designs. And I was so happy to see him here showing off a bunch of his pieces in person. I've admired them online, looking at photos on Instagram, seeing them in person. These are just some really fun and really creative custom figures. A chocolate bunny.
Yeah.
Like it.
He smells like chocolate.
He smells like chocolate?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's his name.
And aside from the lobby swap, after that, there's also room trading. There's usually a board where people can write their room number on it and what type of stuff they have. And then you just go to people's rooms and they literally turn their hotel rooms into dealer booths. It's amazing. Now, I don't actually have a lot of footage of that. I always feel weird walking around with my camera, walking into people's hotel rooms, but I did hit up the room trading this night and found some cool stuff here as well. This show is awesome. This show has it all. If you've never been to Retro Toy Con, it is an experience. The weekend is filled with toys and toy community. I love it. All right, so we're getting close to the show wrapping up, and there's one more thing that I know that I want to do before we leave for the weekend. Retro Toy Con always does a really cool theme for their guests at the show, usually around voice actors and a popular series. For example, last year, they had the cast of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series out, which was a show I missed. I was bummed by that. But for the current year, the one that I'm actually at, the theme is the original X-Men animated series, and several of the voice actors and people involved with that show were at the convention, which was incredibly cool. And I knew that there was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to get my carded 93 Toy Biz Wolverine figure signed by Wolverine voice actor Cal Dodd. This is one of those figures that was essential to my childhood. I loved these early Toy Biz Wolverine figures, and I don't really collect autographs very often, but I do like getting some of these meaningful pieces signed. This felt like a good time to do something like that. So me and my friends pretty regularly will still say, "This one's for you, more." I figure that's a
Hey, Ted Weissman, I'm sending you back to Oz in pieces.
yes. Go where I want to go.
I know where I want to go.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this. Thank you so very much. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much. So I wouldn't consider myself like an autograph collector by any means, but there's always those like special toys, right? Those special things, especially from your childhood, that you're nostalgic for. And I've talked about it before, but like this Wolverine figure, along with the Wolverine that came before it, the brown suit one, were so important to me as a kid, as an X-Men fan, as a fan of the animated series. So one of the things I want to do, because the several members of the cast of the X-Men animated series from the 90s is here, so I brought a vintage Wolverine figure from Toy Biz, and I got it autographed by Cal Dodd, which is amazing, and it's just now like one of my favorite pieces in my collection. It's autographed. I go where I want to go. He's got, I mean, how cool is that? Look, it says, "To Dan, all the best, bub." I mean, it's amazing. So cool. So cool. So I now have a signed Toy Biz 93 Wolverine figure, Cal Dodd's signature, some really great Wolverine quotes on there. It's going to be an amazing piece for my collection. I'm so happy to have it. With that, I think it's time to talk about my haul from Retro Toy Con. And let's start with the things that I picked up from both the lobby swap and the room trading. So one of the things I picked up in the room trading was this vintage E.T. Klingon. No, not a Klingon. Not like a Star Trek Klingon. A Kling. You know, those little guys where you squeeze them, they grab onto things and they hold onto it. I love collecting these vintage ones. I actually have a bunch of the Ninja Turtles. I stick them around my studio lights and microphone stands. The E.T. one is really cool. I also found this vintage Chuck E. Cheese Jasper, the dog figurine. I love how the bag mislabels it as Showbiz Pizza, Chuck E. Cheese. But I went ahead and grabbed this because I love these little minifigs, especially from some of these old places like this. And I already have the Chuck E. Cheese and the Mr. Munch in my collection, so now I can add Jasper to that. I got this Coors Ninja from Lannard. I like Coors figures too, and hey, I'm into the ninjas right now. Why not? He was only a couple bucks. He's pretty cool. And then I got Gumskull. That is right. This was actually gifted to me by the creator, which is such an amazing gesture. I love the design of this guy. From the pink bubblegum skull to the clear torso that looks like it's filled with gumballs. It's such a fun design for a figure, and I am honored to have this to add it to my collection. Seriously, go over to Instagram and follow Gumskull Studio. I'll link it in the video description. Some really, really fun custom figures. All right, so what about the ninjas? Did I find a bunch of Ninja Force figures at Retro Toy Con? You bet your neon I did. Here's what I picked up. I got a loose nunchuck Shadow Ninja. Now the thing about this is I found this in a dig bin. It was like $1 bin of figures, and I actually got really excited that I found a Shadow Ninja in a bin for $1 and grabbed it without question. And it wasn't until later that I realized that the thumbs are broken off of this guy. But it was $1. It's fine. I'm sure I'll get a more complete one later down the road. I got a loose TJ Bang. Tjabang. Look, I still don't know how to say that. Is it Chabang? That's probably the right way to say it. So I got a loose Chabang. I got a loose Dice. A loose Bushido. A loose Scarlet. And another loose Ninja Force Zartan. That's 3. But this one's got more of the weapons that I didn't have for my loose figures. So even though I got weird looks from my wife, I'm happy to have another Ninja Force Zartan. And probably the coolest thing that I picked up, I went ahead and decided to get a mint on card Ninja Force Storm Shadow. I love this design for Storm Shadow, regardless of the neons and the silly colors of this line. I've always thought this was a cool look for Storm Shadow, and I'm really excited to add the carded version of this to my collection. I knocked down a lot off my list for the Ninja Force G.I. Joes. In fact, I now think I have them all loose except for the vehicle riders, which are a little bit more obscure. I featured a lot of these in my video that I posted at the end of the year called my G.I. Journey. If you haven't watched that yet, please check that out. So now it looks like my focus going into this year to complete my Ninja Force lineup is to get the rest of these guys carded. So that's what I'm gonna do. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of Toy Hunting with Pixel Dan. Retro Toy Con is one of those really fun and exciting shows. I want to thank Ryan and Toy Federation for bringing me out and for putting on such an amazing show. I always love being there. And thanks to every single one of you who I met over the course of that weekend. Guys, the new channel here is doing really well, so I have you all to thank for that. Thank you so very much for continuing to watch me. Thanks for following me over to a new channel. Let's keep the growth going. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the like button and leave me a comment down below. Even if you don't like the things that I'm buying, tell me about it in the comments. Engagement, baby. Special thanks to all of my supporters over on Patreon. Stay tuned. A new episode of Toy Hunting is coming next Saturday and every Saturday. Until next time, my friends.